All right, man. Every day is an opportunity to get better. We gotta get better today. What I want to know is who's excited to work.
38! Brad 38! Hut! Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Hut! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Hut! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Hut! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Hut! Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. Finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as
Let's
a
go!
coaching staff.
Brad
Show us
38!
some more.
Brad 38! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Come on,
fellas. Stop. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what?
Hello, everybody.
We have a 1st and 10 forthcoming. We have a red zone alert as well as this offense looks to punch it in a scoreless first quarter.
Watch tight end. Everyone's got four down. Come on, let's go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And incomplete to open things up. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage. So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to it. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll... Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. Second quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now,
and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the count. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. One receiver right, that's Brown.
Right now, blue 95. Blue 95.
On second down, here's Palmer. Looking for someone to throw to. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Palmer now to throw on 3rd down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. David Irving. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
So a big 3rd down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone understood their role on that.
Time to jump back in. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10. First down throw for Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. All right, Charles, what do we glean from this now? Bad game last week. Struggling here again.
Let's go back to our meeting with the head coach. When we sat with him and we talked about last week's struggles, he totally just shrugged it off, didn't he? He didn't expect that. No one more surprised by what we're seeing today than that guy on the sidelines calling the plays.
Absolutely. A guy of this caliber, but struggling once more.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Oh, what a move. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that's going to tie us at 13. And Charles. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On third down, Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. They come out with one back and three tight ends. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson. And time winding down here in this fourth quarter. This is a crucial spot. Let's see what the offense can do. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Let's go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Prescott to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it brings up 4th down.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post, the clock hits zeros.
And he's going to fight it. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. And they'll give it to him here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. This defense now desperate to protect their 3-point lead. What can they do here? This might be the drive that decides it one way or the other. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. David Irving in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And now the spike comes with 28 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down in offense.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Here we go. Green 39. Green.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. A road win.
Three down.
Let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today.
Here we go.
Big game
What,
this week. Come
90?
on.
What, 90? Hot! Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Hut! Let's go! What, 90? What, 90?
right, you've got one shot left. We're going for gold.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's go. We've been talking about you getting better every week. And you know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Come on, let's go! Red 38!
opening drive of the game, and the football belongs to the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go.
Let's go! White, 90! White, 90!
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be first down Cowboys.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Here we go! White, 90! Check White, 90!
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone. On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Manning to throw on second down. Backing up. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first... score as of yet. Defenses have ruled here into the second quarter, but here's another third down situation to check in on. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun on 3rd, and this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. This offense looking for 6 points. They are in the red zone as we'll get back into it here. 1st and 10 at the 11.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Prescott on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
On second down, Prescott again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough third down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense. Still third down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They'll throw again. Prescott throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A big play has his offense in prime position to get 6 points. They'll have a 1st and goal upcoming from the 5. Prescott got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you...
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It put... Time to jump back in. This defense, they're in a little bit of dire straits here as they'll come out and see what they can do facing a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Manning. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being very precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. This offense hoping to put together a drive that will end at least 3 points to get them the lead here going into the lockers. And out now come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Let's go. Ryan 38.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Winton, the tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. He He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football for... Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. They come up in an offset eye. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He gets it to Sims, complete. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. And this defense in a little bit of a tight spot here. The ball is inside the red zone. Second down and 6.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Second down, Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
They run for it with Morris. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Oh, he's not going to get it by much, but on 4th and 1, all you're worried about is moving the sticks. And here he's able to fight his way forward for a couple of yards, and that's all he needed.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round!
Now it's Morris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Prescott now. His pass caught at the 4. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's caught at the 3. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover. New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll run here with Vereen. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if this is a game plan, but they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
Here's Vereen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better.